Hello, everybody. Sorry for the difficulty there. We're not entirely sure what caused the issue,
Yeah.
but we're back, and we're gonna try this again. Oh, I guess this is still being labeled as part 2. I wonder. I guess this is part 3 now. If I can change it, we'll see what this. We'll see what that does to Twitch. This is all
Yeah.
new for everybody. Um, we've done our best to try and change. We're not entirely sure what went wrong. I did confirm that all of you on the stream heard everything fine, other than this room is, I swear, even echoier than it was this morning. But
Yeah.
not much we can do about that without changing, hanging up some curtains or something. Um, but at any rate, we're trying streaming again, and we'll see if the streaming impacts it, because it didn't happen while we were off the air.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I can just wear headphones, but then it would make it awfully hard to talk to.
yeah. It'd be very weird as you just, I'd be talking to nobody, and occasionally you'd interject without having any clue what I was talking about.
Yep.
So what I was saying before before we had to take a break was that I wanted to talk about the voice acting, because if you're not familiar with FF14, you might not realize that there's some stuff going on with the voice acting. We just heard our first bit of it there, not discounting, I guess, the little bit in the intro cutscene. I was saying that whether you love or hate the voice actors you're hearing right now and the performances they gave, they will not be sticking around, because they changed the entire voiced cast after the end of the first sort of story arc, the Realm Reborn, as I've been referring to it, or ARR for short. That's the base game that they launched with. So over the course of the transition to the first expansion pack, all the new characters they introduced in that time had new voice actors, like voice actors from the new cast. And then when we hit Heavensward, the first expansion pack, all the old voice actors got replaced with new voice actors. And it's a transition, I'm not gonna lie. It's a bit of a rough adjustment period the first time you hear it. But I will say, those new voice actors have stuck around consistently ever since, and by this point, those are the voices of the characters to me, and these voices sound weird now.
Yep. Absolutely agree.
Mm-hmm.
Ida in particular is just like, wow, I
Yeah.
am not used to that anymore.
Which is really surprising when you consider that Ida's new voice actress was trying to keep the same voice. You know?
Yeah.
Like, this voice actress is already trying to do a little bit of an accent, and her new voice actress kind of was trying to sound like this lady, but it's a
Uh,
it's a real difference. Papolimo's the one that stood out to me, though.
huh.
He's Well, I guess this gets into the other thing I was saying. Okay, my bar for voice acting in MMO coming into this game was really, really low. Because I was coming from World of Warcraft that had pretty minimal voice acting most of the time, and what was there was okay, you know?
Mhm.
Um, but having heard the voices later on, I definitely prefer the voices later on to the voices in ARR, is what I was saying. In terms of, like, the performances given. If that makes sense.
Especially the most frequently used characters. Like they've had time to grow into those roles now, and it really shows.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Mostly I was just shocked by how stilted Papolimo sounded in that cutscene.
Yeah.
I did not remember him sounding that unsure when to time his lines.
Huh.
Am I breaking up again at all?
Nope, you're fine.
Okay, good. Anyway, Point is, some people really love the A Realm Reborn cast because that's what they grew up with, as it were, what they started with, and some people really don't like it because they don't think they gave as good of a performance. But love them or hate them, they're not here to stay, so enjoy them while they last.
Indeed.
Shall we continue with this quest?
Absolutely.
Well, that was easy enough.
Yeah. Expecting like a minigame or something.
Yeah, really. A stump chopping minigame? Don't be ridiculous!
Or the whole, whoa, for some reason you can't seem to pull it out. You're gonna have to do 3 more random things first.
I don't think even the original version of this quest did that.
It did.
Thankfully. You'll need to, I don't know, shake down oak trees to get nuts to make oil.
There we go.
And then the tree will insist that it will only allow itself to be removed if you bring it 3 fungus gems.
Clearly. Gem? Is that supposed to be edible or?
Medicinal.
Clearly. Recreational.
Oh my.
He's just so matter of fact about that.
Mm-hmm. Yay!
Level 7.
Hmm?
And someone in Gridania doesn't hate us finally!
Yes! Huzzah! I was just thinking. He mentions that Ida and Papalymo have been here since before the Calamity. And if this is the first time I had a chance to pay attention to Ida's rambling while Papalymo and Kuplakop are talking to us, she's clearly relating the story of something that happened in, I'm guessing, in Legacy, in the 1.0 version of the game.
Yeah.
And just makes me wonder, you know, Gridania's always felt a little thin to us, and I wonder if Gridania was originally intended to be the experience that would cater more to returning Legacy players.
Yeah, that's a thought.
Just an interesting thought. I like this new version, though, because now it feels paced enough to where,
Yeah.
like now I'm just curious who these people who've been here a while are, you know?
Exactly. It would have taken us much longer to get here before, and I don't think that did it any favors.
It really didn't, especially because the mentions of a stranger in the forest, like, come early on, and then you basically get distracted from that for a bunch of quests before. Now it's all much tighter.
This is good.
Yeah. Well, let's see if it continues. We still gotta go deal with the egg sacs.
Alright.
gonna get rid of me, are you?
I think he's trying to get rid of his trainees.
Come on, let's do this.
Alright.
Unless you fancy your level 5 quest first, your job quest first, but...
Alright. I mean, I can wait.
Alright.
Not exactly hurting for abilities right now. Wait, am I even to a point where the abilities are locked behind my level? Can't even remember.
I don't recall.
I say most abilities are locked by level. Some abilities are locked by the like class quest, and I don't remember which.
Usually I just know because I look and I'm like, oh, I should have an ability at this level, and I don't. And
yeah,
I'm not there yet.
These are my hunting logbook.
Oh, cool.
Hunting logs differ by class. Okay, so you're wondering.
Oh, that's fast.
Yeah.
Back to... Oh, hey, look, there's the guy. Okay.
That was more convenient than it used to be.
Okay, so that did used to be worse? I felt like that was quick.
I think so, yeah. There used to be a lot more of them, let's put it that way.
Yeah. Uh-oh. That's the roll action.
Yep.
It's repose.
I got Second Wind, which is my self-healing ability.
Let's say you got a useful ability. I got repose, an ability that will be useful once in about 70 levels.
Yeah, but...
Looks like he has more work for us.
Alright.
Oh no. Uh-oh, base starting. Ow! Fine! How about you then?
Goodness.
I'll take the quest later. That just knocked me out of the dialogue box.
Wow.
So this is a fate. Fates are events that happen in the world semi at random. They'll usually spawn extra enemies who, as you can see, are invariably aggressive. Fate has a, there's different kinds of, goals that you can be targeting with a fate. You might be tasked with killing a specific kind of enemy, or you might be tasked with, gathering items and returning them to someone. Scroll down here. Or you might be tasked with escorting someone. There's all kinds of fates. The thing is, as you can see on the right side of the screen, there's a progress bar. And the progress bar, when the progress bar fills, the fate's over. And various things count towards your contribution rating, and if you've contributed enough, well, they rate you basically with a bronze, gold, or bronze, silver, or gold medal based on how much you contributed. They can be a real good source of experience points, various kinds of fancy currency. right now, there's a whole, like, crossover with Yokai Watch going on that centers on Fates, so I'm honestly surprised we're not getting swarmed with high-level players here for the Yokai Watch event.
Yeah.
Cool, I got money and experience points. Anything you want to add to that explanation?
Nope, sounded good to me.
Alright.
The other thing to note, I guess, the like nitpick that always throws me is occasionally the Fate enemies will be the same type, like the model and the same name as like regular enemies in the area.
Mm-hmm.
In which case, you have to look for the little purple marker next to their names because you can absolutely target like ones that don't count.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it gets...
Yeah, that's real annoying. Also, sometimes, usually the Fate spawns its own enemies. A few rare Fates, for whatever reason, take over enemies that are already there in the world. And they behave slightly differently. Because, like, pardon me, you might have noticed that the enemies disappeared at the end of the Fate once it was over, even the ones we hadn't killed yet. But in the Fates where the enemies were already part of the world, they just stop being Fate enemies and still keep fighting you. Right, so quest.
Yes. Surveying damage.
I still have to pick it up, so...
Yep.
Because I got interrupted in the middle of the dialogue. What the damn fool that loses boots? Which way south of here? This way? Yes.
Alright.
We're off! Oh, water sprites. I need this for my hunting log.
Yeah, great. Ah, so do I.
You know, our hunting logs are surprisingly similar despite the fact that they're supposed to be different for different jobs.
They are. I swear this early they differ a lot though.
Alright, we need to be in this river anyway. Wait, oh my gosh, this river! They didn't make us do that really annoying quest that you used to have to do in this river.
Oh, you're right!
Oh, praise the 12!
Also, I need these block F.
Oh, okay, hey, it's the first point of divergence for us.
Yep. Probably don't need to explain that those orange things are telegraphing where the enemy's going to attack, and you probably shouldn't stand in it. You're also kind of hard to see through the water, which is by design, I think.
Oop. Oh, red marker. This is our first aggressive enemy outside the Fate.
Yep. Observe. No, help. So the last time I'll use heavy reasonably in this game.
In Warcraft, it was useful sometimes.
Right. It's really not that much kiting in this game.
I gather there's some strategies for, like, doing content you're not really supposed to be able to do that rely on kiting still.
That makes yeah, it's like Mage is half kiting, but
Yeah, pretty much. Blue Mage is great for doing content you're not supposed to be doing. Hey, cool, survey records. Mercifully not in the water.
how nice. Okay, Lighty's heavy again.
I'm so disappointed in you. You put the lie to our entire conversation. I don't even know you. And instruments. Sweet, to Gavino's Bower with us. Which way's Gavino's Bower?
This way. Back where we came from.
Perfect. Damn it. Respawns.
The once an eternal enemy of venturing.
Always.
Oh, good. Back aggro.
Oh.
There we go.
So I suppose some explanation of combat might be in order. Right now, I'm really only got 2 combat abilities. Arrow, which is a damage over time spell, and what?
I thought I was the archer.
It's the darndest thing. I have the arrows, but you're the archer.
Yep, I need one more black F.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
It's really weird to me that there's an endgame, there's a boss at the end of the main story that takes his, like, nickname from these guys, given that they're just, like, the weak little lizards you kill at the beginning of the game.
Yep.
Like, seriously, are we supposed to be intimidated if a guy whose nickname is the Black Eft?
Mm-hmm. Whoa, giant otherworldly orb.
Yup. We have so far to climb.
Anyway, you're going to explain combat.
Micro Chews! I need to kill Micro Chews.
Okay.
So yes, I have 2 abilities. One is Arrow, which is a spell that does damage over time. And the other is Stone, which does damage immediately. Pretty straightforward. I also have a heal spell and Cure, but I haven't really had to break it out so far.
Yep.
And then there's Repose, which puts an enemy to sleep, which may sound like it'd be more useful than it is, but crowd control is not a huge part of this game, even when you're solo. It's very situational. I think this is the place?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Gavino.
I don't want to wear a new shirt. I like this shirt.
Worse, it's one of the shirts with a built-in hood, so you probably don't want to wear it right now.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not? Cool.
No. Not great, but it could be worse. Ooh, Naked Rock. Now we are talking.
Oh my. I do like how they keep driving home the point that the Calamity changed everything and they're still digging their asses out from under it.
Calamity was bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you get some idea of it in the opening video for the expansion, but Definitely like nearly end times level stuff.
Like even once the people were saved from the immediate threat, I feel like there's a real feeling that maybe they might still not have made it.
Yep. Gavino has gear on him.
I noticed. I was wondering whether we should take that. I mean, they seem to still be continuing to give us upgrades through the main scenario quests so far.
Yeah, it might have just been an issue before with the gear check.
That was my memory. That was the advice that I was given, was you should do the like super low level ones just to get the gear you need to pass the gear check.
That makes sense.
Oh no. It's the Anole quest.
Yep. But now you only need 3.
Oh my gosh, seriously?
And you only had to get 1 egg.
Thank the 12.
It used to be like eggs and 9 anoles or something.
Yeah, it used to be so bad. I bet we don't even have to climb the mountain this time.
Yes.
Which is good, because that was the whole problem.
Also, frequently used to be a fate up at the top of that would kill people typically if there wasn't enough people to do it.
Yup.
So.
And it was right in the middle of the area you needed to be for this quest.
Yep. Fortunately, death in this game is not as harsh as it has been historically in other MMOs and/or specifically Final Fantasy XI, but it's not fun either.
Alright, let's do this.
Alright.
Yeah, when that lady earlier was frightened of anoles, this quest is why I knew to be frightened of anoles.
By the way, since we were talking about combat earlier,
yeah.
At this point, Archer has basically a regular damaging arrow attack.
Okay.
Use of that can proc an ability that does more damage for 1 shot, and then I have to go back to using the original one. And I also have a damage over time venom attack. Plus the ability to make things heavy so they slow down.
Nice.
And I have an ability that increases my damage for a short amount of time. Plus that self-heal I was discussing previously.
Man, you have a lot of abilities already.
Yep. Bard has a very strong toolkit for doing things that aren't just damage, which is kind of cool.
Cool. Alright, Anole. Today's your unlucky day.
Alright.
That's the orange marker.
Yay! Incidentally, if anyone's familiar with archers and/or bards in other games, or really any bow class, there's no such concept as a dead zone. Like, I can be as close to the enemy or as far away from the enemy as I want, assuming I'm not utterly too far away to hit it at all. So, there's no benefit to being in any range as long as it's within range to hit the enemy.
I'm just looking to see where the eggs are.
Yeah.
Huh. Let's get out of that one.
Sure.
But yes, it was very nice not having a dead zone.
Yep.
This looks like... Well, that's just a cave. It's not a nest, I guess. Huh, do we really have to go all the way to the top just to get the egg?
I guess
There's
so.
one.
There. At this point, standing inside the attack is not necessarily fatal, but it's not a good idea, and after some time with this game, it will absolutely start being fatal. So.
Yeah. Right now they're going easy on you, but it's good to get in the habit now, so that later, when it's like, hey, you stood the attack, hey, you have, you know, seconds left to live.
Yep, if even that.
It's worth noting that usually most attacks determine whether you get hit when the telegraph disappears, not when the spell effect goes off, too. So, like, if you notice me ducking out of this area, or I guess it won't happen so much on White Mage, but on Tank, you frequently duck into the spell effect, because you only needed to be gone when the telegraph, the orange thing, went away.
Yeah.
And then by the time the actual fire and ice and stuff starts flying, the game's already decided if you got hit, so you can be back in range doing your tank thing. Alright. Well, that was way less traumatic than...
Oh. That was light years better.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Pauline, okay, I got you this egg. You want to mess with the reproduction of animals, that's on you.
Nope, apparently it's not on her.
Huh. Playing delivery boy now. Oh, we got a fate going if you want to join in.
Alright. We're at level 10 doing that.
Entomophobic woodcutter.
This game loves its vocabulary. It's delightful. If you have any love for the written word and or the English language, this is the game for you.
There's one guy in particular who loves it a bit more than others, but
Yeah, well.
we'll meet him later. Sorry, what did you say?
We haven't met him yet. Yay, I got an achievement.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Here's here's level player here to spam and low level fate.
Yep.
Wow, that's
Blue mage.
I was saying blue mages, huh?
Yep.
Huh? Oh, hi little guy. Oh, sorry. Wow. That was an insane rush, even by the standards of, like, I'm used to seeing people zerg these fates, but that was an insane rush even then.
Fortunately for me, I got credit for 90% of it because I'm an archer. I can poke it in the butt with an arrow with no cap or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for you.
It's alright, I still got gold. That's the important thing.
Good, good.
I might miss out on a little bit of experience from the actual enemy kills, but it's alright. Give me a second.
Okay.
I'm noticing that it's cutting you off if I'm talking when you talk, and I wish it wouldn't do that.
Huh.
really see a way for it to turn that off, though. That's unfortunate. I'll try not to talk over you.
Okay. I mean, it's hard to avoid in total, but...
Yeah. It's just unfortunate that Discord, like, cuts you out if I'm talking. Especially because, I have my headphones on, so it's not even like it would cause echo, you know?
Huh.
I mean, it doesn't know that, I'm sure, but...
Right.
Anyway, man, I'd heard stories of how, like, insanely fast blue mages could do these low-level fates, but I'd never really seen it before. Damn.
Kind of embarrassing. People are doing nonsense things in chat.
Oh, I wish I could see it.
Someone has asked the immortal question, pickle slices, pickle spears, or pickle slices but lengthwise?
Oh.
Someone else responded spear, to which the original person came back and said, explain your reasoning in a 5-paragraph essay using 3 examples from the text. So far, nobody's responded.
Well, yeah, it's gonna take all like 5 paragraphs. Hey, this is the same lady who was paranoid about animals earlier.
Yep.
Huh. I wonder if she has different text if you didn't do that side quest earlier.
Maybe.
Because she makes a reference to, oh, another delivery?
Yeah. Another new bow, slightly better than the last one.
Now my maple wand whispers to me.
That's a good thing.
Woo! I got the magic stick!
Congratulations!
Ah, you had talking about shafts earlier.
Yep.
Nice. Great job talking about shafts?
Yeah, the perfect thing for a bunny girl, right?
Look, it's Galfred. Oh no, now what?
Always have a potential crisis on your hands.
Goodness, this is an emergency.
Strictly speaking, I didn't say I would help you, I simply nodded.
Yeah, we're real good at nodding. Well, unless you fancy going back for the now 2 job quests waiting for you back in town, we better get to it.
Alright.
I never realized that you could use this broken tree branch, or hollowed out tree log, that's the word I'm looking for, and then duck under the side to get into the bannock.
It took me, like, at least 5 or 6 jobs to, like, 60 before I figured that out.
Yeah, because I would always come out here and be like, darn it, there's the bannock at the top of this cliff. How can I get in there?
Strangest thing.
And I would run all the way around here, and then I'd usually fall in the river, because, like, I wouldn't realize I can cut through here. And, hi Valoran, how you doing? He's for a different quest, we weren't talking to him. So I'd, like, loop all the way around needlessly.
Yep.
At least I'm not the only one.
Oh no. Far from it.
What is a bannock, anyway?
Given that bannock bread is a Scottish thing, I'm guessing it's something Scottish.
I don't know how I feel about having this zone pinned on me, but alright.
Better than it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
This is much faster.
Yeah, really, we're already to the spirit hold, and already level 10. Oh, Surfeit Swarms are on my kill list, by the way.
Eh.
Oh, cool, I just realized I got a Suna and Medica last level.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can flat out find stuff now.
Oh, nice. Speaking of Asuna, I'll put you back in my party.
Oh, right.
Oh, and Medica for that matter.
That explains how we level up at different times, I was wondering.
Oh, yeah, we should have gotten, like, most of the stuff shared if we've been partied up together.
Yep.
Yeah, hopefully it'll even out. You there, Alistan, what's going on?
Ailstan.
Ailston. Whatever. There's no time.
He has an Ailstan face.
He does?
I mean, he has an Ailstan mask, I guess?
Imps! There's imps in here!
Are you surprised?
I mean, my character should know that, I guess. Man, it still blows my mind to think that in other MMOs it wouldn't even let us all both talk to all the NPCs because it would be like, eh, you're in a party, one of you talk to him, that's good enough.
Yep. Missed like half the that way.
Right, you miss so much dialogue.
Then again, most games don't have a story that's worth following that closely, so you're really not missing that much.
Yeah, true.
Right, I completely forgot I was a party healer, sorry.
It's alright.
Poor habit.
It's a good habit to get into.
My first instinct is don't be a drain on the healers if you can help it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what a fiend! Oh, what I say! I defy you! I defy you! Oh, an adventurer.
At least they're not like, ooh, an adventurer, get away from me, you're, just as bad.
Yup. Which, honestly, I would have expected from these guys.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's not good.
That's also not good.
Nope. Personally, I can shoot arrows, do that great.
The hero's still in there.
Really better hurry.
Uh-oh. And back out of the party.
Yep.
If you don't play this game, you might not know, but this glowing golden aura that gives off a distinctive sound is the sign you are about to enter a solo instance duty. Good luck.
Good luck yourself. This is a fun one.
Well, I still only have 2 attack abilities, so...
Yep. My job is to proc straight shot as many times as I possibly can and keep my dot low.
Withstand what? Oh shit! Away from here. Oh! Phew. That was a hell of a cutscene.
Yeah. Plot thicket.
Mm-hmm. I think I technically referred to him as Papalimo earlier.
Yeah, I think I said Ada too.
I mean, not that their names are really a secret in any meaningful sense, thankfully.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I gotta say. There's to crush your enemies.
Nice.
I gotta say, with the pacing cleaned up in this part of the story, I feel like I'm getting a much better feel for, like, Gridania and the Black Shroud, you know?
Great.
And the way that it's supposed to work and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like before, all these breadcrumbs they're giving you, they're trying to give you a feel for what the, you know, how things work here and what life is like, were so spread out by other tasks that I never really... I mean, I kind of intellectually put the pieces together eventually once the story drove it, you know, through my thick skull, but I never really, like, got a feel for it, you know?
It was like, we're gonna give you these important bits of information and then distract you for half an hour and then hope you remember.
Yeah, exactly. This is really good.
Yeah, this is great. I still prefer the other zones just because I feel like they have more flavor, but this is much better. It's not annoying anymore.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't feel like a relic of a past era game design-wise.
It's not bad, it's simply the lesser of the three, let's put it that way.
And I feel like, how do I put this? The Trollswood is a more interesting place now that we're getting more of the focus on the elementals and the way that everyone here lives at their kind of, you know, pleasure, as it were, and,
Yeah.
you know, the precariousness of life here in this forest. Like, it makes this whole area way more interesting.
Oops.
Oh shit. Personal thanks from Mother Miyun.
Wow.
Did you fall off the cliff?
I did. I was trying to jump onto the rail and look cool, and I failed.
Well, I wasn't here to see it, so...
The stream probably was.
Definitely. Do we need to kill it?
And good.
Alright. Back to town, then! I will agree with you, though. Much like Mother Miyun has perhaps the least, flavor of the three innkeepers, Gridania's still as an area still feels like it has the least flavor of the three starting areas.
It's just very isolated, and you really get that.
Yeah, yeah. I do
The other
like
two
that.
are bustling and teeming with life, and clear underbelly, and riffraff, and a fair bit of classism, and just like interesting things to kind of sink your teeth and your brain into. All of which will come back later.
Mm-hmm.
Gridania is kind of Gridania.
Hey, look at that. We're too high level for that
Oh.
mushroom fate we did earlier. You want to stop and do it again, or are you good?
I'm good.
Alright. This is
Cool
another
thing.
Huh?
Situation that if you're too high level for a fate, that flashing yellow level sync button will make it so that you can do it. You'll just get dropped back to the level you were.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't go the other way, though, so, you can't be synced up to a fate, only down.
As a matter of fact, you get fewer, you get less credit for contribution for fates that you're too low level for.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, back to the starting cities. As you say, this area is just a little more straightforward, I think. Gridania is just more straightforward than the other two starting cities.
And I guess the problems are really more about the elementals and the area surrounding it, as opposed to the cities themselves.
Yeah, that's true. The other two have internal problems.
Yep.
Strictly speaking, Gridania has internal problems too, but the story doesn't often deal with them.
Yeah.
Lindy Hop, Bunny Girl. Wow, now there's a reference.
Very cute.
Not to, cycle back around to a point we were making earlier, but they could both expose more of the internal problems of Gridania and give some lore on a much underappreciated subrace if they would just talk about the damn Wildwood Elezen, or Duskwhite Elezen, sorry, Duskwhite Elezen.
Agreed.
Like, they're supposed to be the internal problem of Gridania, and they just don't ever really go there.
Yep.
Yay! We got an in-room, finally!
This is a major milestone.
Alright, guild leaves.
Yeah, that used to be a bigger thing than it is these days.
It's still very useful for leveling your later jobs, sometimes.
Sure.
And, crafting jobs. Well, I suppose Ishgard has taken over some of that. He's eager to make your acquaintance.
Yay!
Oh gosh, the festival she's referring to here is not the Moonfire Fair, which is going on right now. It's a different festival. You have made Mother proud. I expect great things of you, young man. Are you...
How old am I?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm at least, 20 or 25.
Oh, the tutorial on the recommendations list. And another level.
Just keep popping up.
It's a bent branch now.
It.
Shoot, that was a bunch.
Yeah.
Alright, so... I get the feeling that at one time, that was probably a point where they expected you to stop and grind levels, huh?
Uh-huh.
Well, should we grab leaves of bent branch while we're here?
Might as well do it. Show off guild leaves. finish off the too.
Yeah. Sadly, it's not yet time to deal with the Smith.
Nope. Level 15 for that guy.
That's a real momentous occasion when you get to deal with the Smith.
Yep.
Home sweet home for the next little bit. Comfy feather bed. Got a toy chest, that's nice. Something to play with. The Unending Journey. Oh, even reading material. What's in that? The Unending Journey is a book that you can find all over the world which allows you to recount the cutscenes of your adventures. The toy chest is normally full of mini-games, but I don't have any. The Comfy Feather Bed allows you to log out of the game, and you get a special animation for doing so.
Which differs by race and gender.
Mm-hmm. The Glamour Dresser and the Armoire allow you to store items for glamour purposes, like Amy was talking about before, where you use their appearances instead of their stats.
Sadly, we don't actually unlock the ability to use that system for another few levels, but...
Yup. But you know what we do get, even now?
The armoire.
The ability to stuff things in the armoire.
Precisely.
So not everything can go in the armoire. Only a select few items can go in the armoire. But it's totally free to store items in the armoire if they can go in the armoire. And a lot of the rewards that we picked up from the mail earlier, that you might remember, all go in the armoire. Which is good, because we have no other storage right now other than the armoire. We haven't unlocked any, so I have to haul these things around if I didn't have the armoire.
Yep.
Ah, beautiful. And now the game will finally stop trying to put that 12's damned Helm of Light on me instead of the experience boosting circlet.
Quite.
The Crystal Bell does nothing. Does nothing. I can ring that all day and no one will come because I don't have the respect of the man that it summons.
Yeah.
And the Summoning Bell summons my retainers. I have no retainers. I am a schlub. I am a, I'm a, what do you call a person who lives on the road?
Nomad.
Vagrant. Oh, nomad. Thank you. I'm a vagrant and nomad, a wanderer who just came to this city. I don't have any fucking retainers. I should be someone else's retainer.
Yep, pretty much.
And finally, the Orchestrion list. The Orchestrion list is full of music. That's it. Except I don't have any Orchestrion rolls on this character, so I still have nothing. But you can use that to change the background music in your in-room, basically, as long as you've earned the Orchestrion roll for the music that you have, or that you want. That's a mini-game in its own right, pretty much, because earning Orchestrion rolls takes all kinds of things throughout the game.
Some of them are crafted, some of them are drops in dungeons or boss fights. You know, it really varies.
Some of them are achievements, some of them are you just have to know the right vendor, or you have to find the right special item to trade in for them. Or you have to get a dungeon drop to use to craft one, which is actually pretty common. Alright, I think I've shown off the end room. Does now seem like a good time to stop and do our our job quests?
Yeah, we probably should.
Alright. And I guess I'm off to the Conjurer's Guild. Good luck with your archer stuff.
Thank you. So I'll let you explain how this goes, since my stuff is going to be radically different.
Yep. So, you might have noticed that at level 5, I got this thing in the corner that says Trial by Earth. And what that's trying to tell me, is that I can go back to my job trainer and pick up a job-related quest. So back to E Sumiyan, I guess it said E Sumiyan, we heard it in the cutscene there, to find out what he wants from me next. And since I'm 11, I'm actually going to get 2 of these in a row, because it's I haven't shown up for class in a while.
It is usually 5 levels up through level 50, and then things get weird.
Yeah, it's every 5 levels through 50, and then, because that was every 5 levels through A Realm Reborn. through ARR. And then it kind of, every expansion, they've spaced them out slightly differently, trying to find the appropriate spacing for them. So, because every expansion's only had 10 levels. And obviously, if you do them every 5 levels over 10 levels, you'll only get 2. So, or 3 if you do one at each end. Depends post problems. By the way, am I having any transmission issues, or is that cleared up?
No, it seems to have cleared up.
Okay, then it really must have been OBS saturating our bandwidth, I guess. Or, not saturating the bandwidth, but sending, like, bursts of it that were too big at one time and blocking out the voice chat. Alright, Esumion, what do you want from me this time? A trial by Earth. Yeah, I already have one of that weapon, actually. Oh dear. Oh well, what the hell.
Well, now you get an extra. A backup.
You will be certain of receiving a most enlightening lesson on the subject of Earth.
It's a big flip.
It's what? Oh, yes. For those of you who haven't figured out that I'm Captain Planet yet, actually, I guess we don't get. Wait, we don't get all of the Captain Planet elements, do we?
Nope. I don't think there's anybody that gets all the elements in the game.
Hmm. Nope. Well, blue mages, I guess, technically.
Yeah, okay.
But they're weird. Trying to think. Black mages are all about the fire and ice. White mages are all about the... what?
Fire and Ice and Lightning.
Lightning, okay. That's right. And the white mages are the other three, are the water, wind, and earth. Whoop! Cliff! Oh, mightlings for my hunting log. I am going to murder this thing. I am so overleveled for killing it. But it helps to complete the log.
Actually, I guess Red Mage gets really close to having all of them.
I was just trying to work that out, actually, yeah.
Not Dark and Light, but all the, like, traditional elements.
Do you get ice, though?
Not ice, no.
Yeah, you don't get, any water stuff, right?
Nope. Yeah, you're right.
You just get, yeah, you get, like, 2 out of the 3 from the white and black mages.
Plus, we got our own elements. Like Flare and Holy.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess Holy is probably light, but...
And
Is Flare...
in some Final Fantasies, Flare is dark aspected, yes. I don't know why it's a dark aspected and not fire aspected in some games, but yes.
Hmm.
Mostly because it's the opposite of Holy, I guess.
Yeah.
I want to say in some of them it's actually translated differently to try and reflect that, but I'm not quite recalling off the top of my head how that worked. Anyway, yeah, I think red mages might be the ones that get closest. Even blue mages, I don't know they actually have dark or light elemental attacks, do they?
I want to say they do, but I could be wrong. I haven't spent as much time with Blue Mage as I really should.
And I guess, so just being white mages get holy and black mages get flare, so that fits in those slots too. I didn't even think of those. Scholars do their own thing.
Yeah. Scholars get unaspected damage.
Yeah. Summoners do their own thing. Ninjas have an interesting combination, but they still don't get all of them. In traditional,
Yeah, fire is not a common combo.
Sorry, they get what?
They're fire and ice and lightning, right?
They have fire, they have ice, they have lightning, they have water, they have wind.
Actually, they might be closest.
Fire. But they don't have any light or dark, or I don't think they have any earth, right?
That I'm remembering.
Yeah, if they had an earth one, they have a lot of fire ones. If they had an earth one, they'd be tied with red mage. As is, I think red mage still wins though.
Red Mage wins on everything, but I'm biased.
Yeah, well, warriors have the only element that matters.
Rage?
Axe!
Fair. I went up the wrong exit.
Oh no.
Sometimes you see names that you just don't want to ask questions about.
This quest is really cool because it establishes all that like communing with nature stuff for your character, which is neat. But on the other hand, I always wonder, did this guy just leave this patch of garden untended just in case a neophyte came along, or what?
The elementals told him to leave it barren.
Ah, of course. Leave it corrupted, someone else will be along.
Exactly.
Oh, hey, I'm walking by the NPCs for one of the most infamous quests in the game. Certain sack.
Ah, it must be in your area.
Oh,
You're
well.
still those are micro chews.
Great, you were on that quest already.
Yeah.
Whoa. I always loved the spell effects they put on the Conjurer battles in this early couple of quests. They're very cool.
Didn't want you to feel like a
No!
healer.
Indeed. I want to give you a way to feel badass since you're not, you know, summoning demons or whatever.
This still requires killing 8 things, though.
Whew! I guess they didn't refine any of the class quests.
Really 16 things. 8 of 2 different types of enemies.
Oh gosh.
I hope you don't mind, but I have midge swarms on my hunting log, so I'm killing those.
Yeah, go for it.
Here's to know. Pardon me, just over here meeting Sylphie. Ah, yes.
Thus begins the arc of exactly what you were saying about white mages in this game earlier.
Yep. I feel like this is a, necessary life lesson for the kinds of people that tend to roll healers.
Mm-hmm. It does, they do that in a couple places in this game where they're like, okay, what kind of person normally picks this class? Okay.
Yep.
Now, let's write a story that's specifically targeted at that kind of person. I mean, Dark Knight is all about that, without, giving it too much away.
Yes.
Dark Knight is, oh, is this the job that's going to attract all the, edgelords and what have you? Great, we have a message for you.
Yep. And you're probably not gonna like it.
Similarly, since most people who pick White Mage, or Conjure at least, are probably going to be the ones who are like, well, I want to heal and heal and heal, I picked this to do healing, they need to both mechanically drive home the message that White Magery in this game is about more than healing, and also maybe they have some life lessons to impart along the way.
This is a good thing to mention, by the way. Healers in this game are expected to and encouraged to actually DPS between heals.
Yep.
So if you're looking for a job that will let you just hang back and heal, you're not going to find it in this game.
Everyone in this game contributes to the DPS meaningfully. It's just that some jobs also, do less DPS in exchange for also having another job. Basically, I think it is everyone DPSs. The question is, what do you want your complicated mechanics to be about? Do you want your complicated mechanics to be about healing? Do you want your complicated mechanics to be about mitigating damage? Or do you want your complicated mechanics to be about doing even more DPS than you already were?
Yep.
At least that's the way it kind of seems to me.
Pretty much. Tanking really kind of pits you against, learning how to block damage most effectively.
Mm-hmm.
While still outputting as much DPS as reasonable, I think so.
And positioning. Boss positioning and mechanics are still a big deal of tanking.
For healing, it's a matter of learning how to keep people up and healthy while still doing as much damage to the enemy as possible, since dead enemies will not cause damage to your team.
Mm-hmm.
And DPS is really like your main focus is avoiding the attacks that enemies throw at you while taking as little damage as possible and doing as much damage as possible.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Basically freeing up the rest of the party to do damage instead of their other thing.
I
And
love a dance that goes really well when everybody does it right, and really shit when everybody doesn't.
uh-huh. Exactly. It's really unique in that fashion. Should get a closer look at Asumiyan for everybody. Asumiyan, you may notice, has horns. This is not a mistake. We might get into what that means later. I forget how close the MSQ actually drives to explaining that, but there are people in Gridania with horns. That's all you really need to know. For now.
Yeah, just met one of my favorite Archer Quest people.
Oh shoot. Did this quest always have accessories as an option?
Accessories this early?
Yeah, my level 5 job quest is offering me wristlets and rings.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and do my level 10 quest as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
There we go. Now I got a shield.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Come on. Send me all the way up to East Shroud.
Oh, wow.
You're lucky I know where East Shroud is.
This is usually the quest that teaches you if you don't.
I mean, I could go the long way, but that would be fraught with danger at this level. There, maybe it won't fall off. Pardon me. Helping a cat out in the real world.
Craft approved.
After we take care of this, we're probably gonna have to call it a night.
Yeah, it's
Super late. It goes I don't have to go to East Shroud the long way around before I can use the pier.
Nice.
Because that's like, you have to travel through some high-level enemies to get here on foot, don't you? Oh no, there is an exit directly to Central, isn't there? I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
For some reason, I always think you can only go via South Shroud. Okay, well, I took the shortcut, because I've been at this a while.
As well.
Birds! Birds!
Oh no.
Right. Not on this character, I guess. But still, they're on my kill list, so... well, you'll probably see in a minute. These birds... Every newbie area has some enemy that uses this bird model, and I swear, there's something wrong with its data in, like, the game's files, such that it just... Their aggro radius is way bigger than it should be, so no matter where you start, you end up with, no matter where you start, you end up running into these birds and getting, like, so much aggro from them, and it's just inevitably, you end up, like, nearly dying or dying, and I just had it up here with these birds and their aggro radiuses, and they're always, like, in the way of things you need to do, and... Anyway, I've decided my main character has an undying vengeance against birds, and birds like this in particular, ever since her experiences as a low-level character.
Massive PTSD. Horrible.
She at least makes an exception for chocobos. I just still feel vindicated by the fact that, Stars? Stop! Stop that! What were you doing? You leapt out of a dead sleep to try and climb up the back of your monitor.
Wow. I appreciate you stopping him.
You're welcome! That really looked like it was going to go very badly in a second. Yes.
Cats.
Cats. I was just going to say, I do feel somewhat vindicated by the fact that for a bit there, it really looked like birds were going to be the main villain of one of the expansions.
It did.
Still not convinced they're not planning something.
They're always planning something.
I don't know how to say that. Oh yes, this is Sprint. Sprint is an ability you can use rarely to move faster. That's about all there is to it.
Archer's got a similar ability called Peloton that spreads to the party.
Yeah. Peloton's not as fast as Sprint, but it has the advantage of being party-wide and lasting much longer. Like Sprint, once you've used it, you gotta go, some 30 seconds or so before you can use it again. Peloton, you can keep up constantly. Right?
Yep. The only drawback to Peloton, though, is that, if the party is too far away from you, it won't count.
That's right. And
you have to be sure you hit everybody with it, or it won't work.
Yup. In my book, the most important thing is to make sure you hit the guy who's furthest back with it, because then, if you don't, he'll fall further behind. If you do, then you miss the people in front, and everyone will catch up to them.
Exactly.
The other thing with Peloton, though, is that you lose Peloton if you get aggro for any reason.
Yeah.
So, you can't use it to run through hostile areas. Whereas Sprint continues working no matter what.
ready to try it as well.
Damn it. There's this one fate in Lenosha that's... You're fighting this giant crab, but honestly, the real enemy is all the birds around there that keep aggroing you while you try and do the fate. The 12-foot-tall crab's just a distraction. It's really the birds.
Yes, that crap. I have to kill birds too now.
Oh no!
Oh, look, they're swarming me just like they always do.
How cute.
Yep.
Oh, hello. Fancy meeting you here.
Yeah, hi. Thank you.
You're welcome. Stay frosty. Don't get killed out there.
Yeah, you do.
There's birds.
Man, this is also 8 of 2 different types of enemies.
Again?
Yep.
Wow, you love making archers kill lots of things.
To be fair, Archer, like I said, Archer is not the most engaging storyline.
I remember.
I think they make up for that by making you kill as many targets as possible.
Oh, pardon me, I have a trial to start. Jeez.
Yeah, have fun.
Forgot this.
Alright.
Killing a wind sprite with arrows seems wrong.
Hair of the dog?
Yeah, I guess so. I should heal.
That is your job. That's the fight.
And then literally someone walks up and says, "Leave the healing to me!" I'm sorry, Rolf, what? Wow. Damn, I forgot that being as epic as it was.
These little trials are a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I kicked him for some better procs.
I know, it's so hard to get decent procs at that level on Bard.
Yep. They make it better later, but for early levels, you've gotta suffer.
I mean, much later.
Yeah. Honestly, this class does a lot right. It's all in the little annoyances.
I get that.
And again, like, if you're just playing a class for the story, this is not the one. There's some classes that I would tell you to absolutely play 500% just for the story, even if you hate the class otherwise. But, yeah.
Damn. Who, pray tell, would you recommend that strongly?
Dark Knight for absolute sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ninja has a fantastic story. I would highly recommend that one.
That's true. Ninja was a really good story. I haven't seen the last chapter of that, I just realized, but yes, Ninja's a really good story.
Red Mage had a good story, but I don't feel like it was one of the best, in my opinion. So, I really enjoyed it. I would not necessarily change anything, but there are better stories to be had if that's all you care about.
Got it. Again, when your bar is, this story is worth doing even if you don't like the job. That's a pretty high bar.
Arcanist, which is the precursor to Summoner and Scholar, is fantastic, though I have mixed feelings about what comes after for both Scholar and Summoner.
Yeah, it's really a shame that neither Scholar nor Summoner really picked up the ball that Arcanist put down, because it was really good. Speaking of Ninja, if Rogue was really good, but of course that's basically just a prerequisite for Ninja, so I assumed that was a given.
Rogue and Ninja are some of the finest this game has to offer.
And Dark Knight.
And Dark Knight.
Oh, Dark Knight. It's interesting. I've heard, just kind of casually hearing from other people, Ninja seems to be very polarizing.
Huh.
Some people really love it, some people really hate it.
There's a lot of, it does that thing that, frankly, I think is a plus in a lot of good, anime and video games.
Mm-hmm.
Where it, ping-pongs back and forth between trying to be serious and trying to be funny.
Exactly.
And I can see that turning off a lot of people that were hoping for an absolute, serious, treatise on ninjas, skills, and that kind of stuff.
Yep, and I think that's exactly what it is.
This isn't Ninja Scroll, this is Naruto.
Exactly. That's exactly the way I was going to put it.
If you like Naruto, you will like this plot.
It is very... Yeah, because Naruto was one of the first shows I remember thinking, man, they're really good at ping-ponging between comedy and drama.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sure other shows did it first, but one of the first ones I encountered.
Exactly.
Shows you when I grew up. But yeah, they also have that quality.
Dark Knight is existential. That's all I can say without spoiling anything.
Yeah, Dark Knight's different. It's probably telling that the same person wrote Dark Knight and the Rogue stuff, and has now gotten very high in the company. She's doing very well for herself.
Yeah.
She wrote the main story of the newest expansion, so.
Yep.
That should tell you something, I guess, about the quality of her work.
I am now deeply terrified of her. Dancer. Dancer is another one you should really play just for the story.
Yeah, that's true. Dancer's a really good... It's a good story. Also, Dancer's just... I don't know anyone who hates playing Dancer. That job's just fun and it's smooth, you know?
Yep. Once you get in the zone, you can just go for hours and you, don't even notice.
Yup.
which is very dancer-like in real life too.
So yeah, Dancer is an easy one to recommend because I don't know anyone who doesn't like Dancer as a job, but even if you don't, the story is worth sticking around for. I don't know I would put it at quite as high as Ninja and Dark Knight, but...
Yeah. Samurai was also really good, especially if you really like samurai film. I am not a samurai film buff, but I found it very moving with a lot of good things to say. So.
Nice. I still have not done that one. I really need to do that. Oh hey, this teacher flat out lampshades the fact that she has no idea what she was going to do if there didn't happen to be an elemental disturbance right when I showed up. So that always kind of lampshades what I was saying about the last guy, where it's like, what, did he just leave this corrupted ether lying around until a student showed up?
Mm-hmm.
Aww. Man. Wolfui is such, like, she's this little NPC that you pretty much only ever interact with this once, but she's got a lot of character and a lot of heart.
Yep.
She kind of grows on you, because first she's kind of standoffish, but by the end you can tell she's figuring this out. She feels like someone who's been given a bit more responsibility than they really know how to handle.
Exactly.
Which is exactly what she's supposed to be. And she's figuring it out as the quest goes along.
Hey, I got another new shirt.
Congratulations!
This one just looked nearly as good on me there.
Aww.
Yeah, it looks fine. It doesn't look as good as the others.
Yeah, I mean, that first one's hard to beat.
Yeah, it was really good.
It's really good looking for a newbie shirt.
I noticed they've kind of winnowed down the absurd color parade on some of the newbie gear.
Have they?
Yep.
Oh, you're right. These are all arriving undyed now. They used to arrive dyed all kinds of weird colors. I didn't even notice.
I certainly did.
Oh.
Stop looking like a court jester for once.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. So they did tweak the gear rewards a little, even on the non-mandatory quests, because...
I don't know if that's, like, new as of now, or new as of Shadowbringers, or what, but...
Yeah, I don't know exactly when they did that. Definitely when Sagi went through and did these side quests, they were still handing them out in crazy colors, and that was late Stormblood at the earliest.
Okay.
So it must be a pretty recent, like in the last year change.
Yeah.
Because yeah, even now, Sagi's versions of a lot of these are still party colored because I didn't undye them before I stuck them in the glamour dresser.
Yeah.
Hey, brother Isumiyan.
Guess we didn't do the quest to get a belt.
Yeah, right?
Wow, this is certainly a look on this guy. Oh yeah, this glam's gonna be good when I can get it. I'm really pleased with this.
I'm finally getting the "you can go take other jobs" speech.
Yeah.
Finally! I have access to the armory!
Congratulations!
No more jumping randomly because I'm trying to update a gear set that doesn't exist.
Oh goodness. I went to try something on, and a large part of it is exactly the same color as my skin tone, and that's not a good thing right now.
Oh my. Ooh, tough call. It's a big upgrade to my chest piece. Hats, of course, off limits because I want to keep my experience buff. Gloves are... decent upgrade. Shoes... similar. Nope, I gotta go with the chest piece. Armory unlocked. Gear sets unlocked. Your life unlocked.
What? I didn't get a life.
Oh, well, it's a conjurer thing. You know, rays and all that. We just had the speech with Sylphie about not casting rays, so I guess they gave me a life. Oh, this shirt looks good on this guy. Damn.
Yeah.
Wow, this guy rocks a turtleneck. Whew.
Wow.
And in the meantime, naked girl.
I suppose it's some poor person who didn't have their newbie gear on them.
It's probably exactly that, given who she... Well, no, actually, she's not talking to the receptionist. She's talking to one of the side quest people. Nope, no idea why she's naked. She's got a brand new ring, and she doesn't even have accessories on.
Life tapestry.
Life is a rich tapestry. It's not even glam. She's actually naked. She does look like... Okay, I should explain what we're talking about. When you take a new job in this game, what they will do is they will give you... Your job is determined by what's in your main hand, okay? When you take a new job and start as a carpenter or a lancer or anything that isn't the job you already have, they will tell you, okay, here's a new tool, put it in your hand and let's get started. And you take it and you put it in your hand and you're immediately naked because the game will poof every piece of clothing off of you because it no longer matches your job.
It's very awkward.
It's very awkward unless you have the foresight to equip like newbie gear that works for every job before you switch the item in your hand, which no one does. So constantly there's a stream of people walking up to the receptionists and getting naked. So that's what Amy and I were speculating had happened to that poor girl. And maybe it is, but she's a level 4 conjurer, which suggests it's probably not what just happened to her. So where are you? Before we call it a night, we can compare glams.
Alright.
Well, not glams, I guess actual gear we're wearing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I can put my glam on, actually, but I was gonna hold that off for when I can actually do it correctly.
Yeah, that makes sense. I just wanted to see this new shirt you got. And show off the one I got.
Let's see, where are you?
I'm at the Conjurer Guild.
Okay. We'll come find you.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Nice shirt indeed.
Yeah. Nice shirt yourself. That looks pretty good.
Thank you. Like I said, he really wears the turtleneck well.
Yeah. Born healer.
That was in that person's way.
Yep.
Well, I guess that's it for tonight, folks. Thank you all for watching, if anyone is indeed watching. It's been fun getting to go through all this again and share it with the world. We'll be back some other time to pick up the story of, oh gosh, I have to try and pronounce this, Schlesa Fifth and Devor Votyash.
Bless you.
Devor Votyash. My pronunciation is terrible, but I will continue working on them. Good. Where is it? I actually shouldn't say it to you. I should say it to the nice people.
Maybe over here?
Yeah.
Where is it? I have this shortcut on my main. There we go.